Welcome back to a special edition of Zero Check Podcast. We like to call this Zero Check Nights. This is where we're doing a Starfinder 2nd edition playtest of A Cosmic Birthday. We're on episode 5. How are you guys doing?
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Better now. I was so tired when I got on my computer, and time with you guys rejuvenates me. And I feel better already.
Just going to restore your strength.
Laughing and smiling is good for the soul.
Is it true? Bad that I spent all day with my family prior to this? I was so drained after. Is that?
No, that just means you were really engaged.
I was
can take energy.
Fatherhood.
Yeah.
Fatherhood.
Little kids got lots of energy. Lots.
We took a little day trip to another city. He slept in the van on the way back. I was driving the whole time, you know.
You could have slept too, Mike.
You could have.
Just get one of those minivans with assisted driving, so anytime you cross the line, it just pulls you back in.
Yeah,
you got to keep both hands on the wheel.
Have that.
It's fucking garbage.
Just tape your hands to the wheel.
You can't sleep with both hands on the wheel, Brad? What kind of driver are you?
We have that, but the van beeps at me if I do it too much. I've tested it. Boop, boop, boop. It's like, well,
starts yelling at you.
A little nicer than saying, wake the fuck up.
Yeah, right. It's very polite.
Or not telling you at all, and you wake up when you hit the ditch.
It's polite, my van. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I kind of got up today and was like, man, I got to prep. And I was like, no, I did all my prep weeks ago. So I got it all laid out and we're ready to go. I just have to log in and we can go. I did have to build an agenda. But I kind of copied some from one agenda and pieced it from another. So it's not like a totally new agenda. The first one is join the Discord if you haven't. That's where we gather to answer questions, engage with listeners. Listeners engage with each other. They talk about Kingmaker, our primary campaign, and also Starfinder. Oh, what is Bill holding up there?
We have a jazz channel. We have a channel dedicated to jazz. I mean,
Mike's jazz channel.
Yeah. How many Discords have a jazz channel?
I forgot about Mike's jazz channel.
Somebody posted something in it the other day.
Really?
I felt really bad. I was like, I'm not going to listen to that because I hate jazz.
I played in the jazz band when I was young. I think
once a jazz flutist, always a jazz flutist.
Yeah, once
right?
I was a jazz cat. Once a jazz cat, always a jazz cat. Yeah,
hep cat.
Played the oboe, right?
No.
Clarinet.
Item number 2 on the agenda, I have it as blank, but I think that's meant to be fill in the blank by you guys. If you have anything about the playtest so far that you want to bring up or discuss.
I'm going to enjoy expert proficiency while I have it on operative. I get the feeling it's going away. I don't know. I just get the feeling.
I mean, it's pretty OP.
2 faces on the die, 2 more faces I can crit on, 2 more I can hit on. I mean, it's nice.
I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of this seeker rifle until it's broken to me.
Oh yeah, because you suspect it's going to be a one round
shot
magazine eventually, not a
You reload after every shot.
Yep,
that kind of makes sense.
I'm pretty okay with the android right now.
Mystic is seeming relatively balanced. He's got a couple of skills that we'll see.
Donnie, did you just say the word semen?
He did say semen. I heard it.
I don't know why
I said it seems.
You said it's semen.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you said semen.
Pretty good.
Semen pretty good.
Semen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
I'm sorry. That won't.
Seeming.
We'll cut that. It's semen.
That's okay.
No, we'll leave that in, Mike. Yeah,
no, I'm sure in my daily life I have said semen very many times, not realizing
it's good that we've pointed this out to you in a work meeting.
It is.
You're like,
it really
fellas,
is.
the project is seeming pretty good. It's
seeming to go pretty well. He's seeming to enjoy it. I can guarantee you. I fucking said that. Absolutely. He's seeming to do it.
I don't think I'm going to get to use it a lot, but the fact that I was able to, I'm changing the subject. Off that.
Oh, I see. You're blowing through right now.
Brad's getting off the semen.
Getting off the semen.
On the other, we were doing something. It was something. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about. It was like a terrible gaze, and the way that you said it, it was like a group of people, and it was just very funny the way that he was like, oh no, that's
gaze.
Yeah, it was
terrible gaze.
Are you talking about when I gave you guys my strong gaze?
Maybe it was the strong gaze. Maybe that's what it was.
Strong
It was
gaze.
the strong
That's
gaze.
when I told you guys I loved you.
Gaze are strong.
And you all looked away from me. And
Or the gaze is strong.
because it was
Strong gaze.
strong gaze vibe,
Oh, I
strong gaze vibe.
Anyway,
I get it now.
The fact that it took you 10 minutes to pick that up.
I get it now.
Wow.
My strong gaze.
that's great.
Are we Mike's strong gaze?
Speaking of strong gaze and semen, I want to talk about my action saw it coming. And I was seriously going to do that without realizing the connection there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it a lot. I was able to get that size up in on that Drake and use that. That was so cool. Like as an envoy, that's like a really exciting thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be sizing up everything that I
Yeah, with how long it takes. So there's like a minute version and then a 10-minute version. Does it improve as your proficiency in your class increases? Like when you become expert master and all that?
I think I can actually do it so it's an in combat thing. Like I can take an action or 2 actions to size somebody up in the middle of combat.
Okay,
like
that makes sense because you're not always going to have time to like study your prey or whatever.
Yeah, because it kind of felt like a little bit like investigator, like getting a raging clue.
Yeah, and I think part of that is like researching on the infosphere. You can go out and do targets with that as well.
Yep. So it was really cool to use that. I didn't really need it, but it was kind of cool to have that as an opener.
Yep. And that brings us to item 3, which is continue the adventure. So we'll start off with a recap. You guys are still in the ghost levels here on Absalom Station. Just a little bit ago, you dispatched the poor, what was it called? Electrovore. It was just doing its thing, guarding what it thought to be an egg, which was the projector in the planetarium. You restored the power. You found the working elevator. You led the tour group with the Skidamander and all those other people here. And then your phone started working and you got the news. Everyone on the station had experienced this hallucination, really. And there was a power outage on Absalom Station, like station-wide. And I think we left off where you were debating whether or not to send the group up now or keep them here while you search for other possible survivors that may need rescuing.
Well, we talked offline about this a little bit. I think our intent is to stay down here and continue looking around the dungeon. I think for survivors, but as players and as play testers, I think we're interested in testing the whole dungeon and whether there are other encounters down here. We want to play those through. So I think I speak only for myself. I think I want to get the soft targets up the elevator and out of here, though.
Yep. Yeah, because really you guys followed a pretty direct path to get to the working elevator. If someone's following along in the playtest, they got to A1, to A3, A4, A5, and then to A10, which is the end. So that's really about half of the dungeon as written. So we can kind of go back and explore some of the other encounters that are in here.
I mean, I do like that they, their dungeons are set up where you can get yourself to the end and keep going versus, linear. You've got to go all the way through. So
there's a isn't there a Skidamander leader of the expedition that was down here? What was her name or his name?
So I was modeling it off of the chimp's name Tonka, but I didn't want to rob that, so I said I think it's Tawanka.
Oh, I see. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of the video footage that I took. Yeah. And I'm going to give it to the Skidamander. And I'm going to say, if anything happens to us, if anything happens to me, get this to someone. Get this to, I don't know, someone. They'll know what to do. Get this to the media. Get this to the infosphere. Put it online. Okay.
Hank, what site on the infosphere do you use for your news for this stuff?
I don't read any mainstream news.
I'm not talking mainstream, man. I'm saying, where do you get your news?
I get my news on. I don't want to say because I just feel like this is a hornet's nest I'm about to kick. I'm
surprised that Hank shared this digitally with Tawanka rather than placing something into like a manila envelope with just an address to news agency X on it or something.
Oh shit! He didn't even think about that.
It's because Hank can't write.
Because Hank doesn't know. Hank doesn't know how anything works, so it would never occur to him. He's just like, I'll give my precious footage to the Skidamander as a failsafe. But he's like, for real, if anything happens to me, then release it.
Mechanical question here for Foundry. Is there a shortcut to reloading your weapon? Like, is there a button you press that automatically
I'm sure there is a module that we could install and have do it, but I've just been doing manually for you guys. So if you notice, your magazines are full up, and I've deducted from your inventory other shots.
Thank you. Oh, I see that.
That should all be configured for you. I assume you guys reload after encounters.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Sure.
Hey, I just noticed that when I do perception checks, I get to use Quicken Processor on mine, but if I'm just rolling the check out of my sheet, I have to actually click the on button for it to work.
Yeah, is it for initiative? You get to do that? Yeah, so when you roll for initiative, it should be part of it when you roll automatically.
It doesn't. Oh, okay.
But it's only when it's initiative, not if you're just rolling a perception.
Yeah, just for
Check
initiative.
that. All right.
Yeah, because I've got.
I don't think I was
initiative.
getting it. I might have. I don't know. I just want to make sure.
So you guys have situated the tour group here in the planetarium, and that is where you guys are.
Planetarium.
I guess we usher them on to the elevator. Did you push floor 1? I assume the doors close and up they go. I mean, is that true? Or
Yeah, if you want to send them off now, or you could keep them here and all go up together.
is that what we're doing, fellas? Are we sending them up?
I say we just
Let's
send
press
them up.
Yep.
Send them up.
All right. Godspeed.
Yeah, like you're planning on having a fail.
Do we hear like panicked screaming when we press the button? Like it's
Does it
As they
drop?
get sucked out into space.
Does it drop?
No, I mean it goes up.
Good.
You see there's a little arrow button that points up, and it's green. It looks good.
And that hostage that we tied up, he goes up with them too, I assume.
He goes up with them, so the Patra and Vesk kind of adolescent guys are looking after him.
Cool.
They looked pleased with themselves to be able to look after. Well, I say look after, but really to kind of have their own kind of little hostage, not plaything, but just to have some authority of their own.
Has some authority, yeah. And the Sheeran family is good. They're taking care of all their larvae, and they're all happy and together still.
Yeah, they look good.
They did
Well,
good.
it's kind of hard to read the expression, but
yeah.
Heel Good would know this.
Oh, yeah.
By the way they're carrying themselves.
Now, do we have a theory of where the electricity Drake came from? Do we think he could have been shuffled
I
down
think
in here?
We talked that like he may have gotten
teleported in.
Yeah, kind of like however the other people, like the dudes that we fought on the catwalk, were kind of just teleported into that area.
Yeah, not exactly where it's from, but definitely brought in. Like it doesn't live here.
Not normally in this location.
Well, we came in through kind of a side door up by some audience type chairs around this planetarium circumference.
Yeah.
But as I'm looking in this room here, I see that there's kind of a double door, more grand entrance. Mm-hmm. And I think I'll move to those doors. And
we'll see Hank do that and be really impressed with his powers of deduction by wanting to go through the last door that's available.
Yep. So I've
there's a
unpaused
third
it. And
one.
you guys can
There's
move
another
around.
one straight to the west.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's where we came in.
that's
To the west.
That is
that's
valid.
the east. There's one over here to the west.
Oh, shit, to the east. I'm sorry, to the east. Dumb.
No, yeah, there's nothing to the west. To the
Nothing
east,
to
you
the
guys kind of came across that catwalk, which could be like an
is that the catwalk?
a server kind of entrance for the planetarium people.
Which way did we come? Did we come in from that eastern tree?
We came in right here.
Yeah, it came
okay.
in from the east. And so
Okay,
you guys
that's
are at the main, what looked to be the
entrance.
main double door entrance into this room where there was a maintenance robot that you easily dispatched.
All right, so we all have weapons out, kind of clear, room clear,
Yeah.
explore out.
Yep, yeah,
I'm
I got
checking.
your weapons out, and then I have Heelgood, Julian, and Risu doing their seeking as their exploration, and then
That's correct.
Hank is scouting.
Yep.
Let's open up that party window again.
And we searched this room as much as. I mean, did we give it a good once over?
Oh,
I know
that's
there
a
was
good
stuff
question.
in here.
Oh, I guess we
We did
know.
some investigations on the
Planets.
No, the Drake. I think there was something.
Well, why don't I spend a few moments searching this room? Can I roll a perception check to search the planetarium?
Yeah.
Planetarium.
Wow.
Okay, that's a 19 for a total of 24.
Not surprised by Hank's perception.
You don't find anything additionally, but you really noticed that one planet that was kind of lighting up, flickering in and out is totally dark while the others remain lit.
Oh, right. I remember that now.
yeah.
We're kind of like, we the players sort of suspect, maybe the player characters also suspect that that's where that god might be being birthed, is in that flickering planet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. Yeah, I guess unless Risu beats me to it, I'll approach these doors and just sort of check them. I'll try to determine if they're locked, if maybe they're trapped, or if there's something going on with them. I don't know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
make another perception check there.
That's a natural 20 for
These
20.
doors,
Hey.
you notice every little detail about these doors. They're perfectly functioning and perfectly safe.
Fine. Then I will I'll motion to the others and open them. They opened.
All right, yeah, I just opened them there. So this opens up to a hallway. It's about 30, 40-ish feet long, 10 feet wide. You notice toward the end of the hallway there's a ladder similar to the one that you kind of walked up onto a catwalk. You think there may be another catwalk that way. And then further down the hallway, you see that it opens up into the area where you first encountered those maintenance robots.
Yeah. So we've been
So
here.
this is one of the spokes of that initial area.
Gotcha.
Fucking Hank's just willy-nilly running down hallways.
Yeah. I want to keep it moving.
So yeah, you're back in this area with a bunch of different hallways. You initially went down the southeast hallway that took you to those heat vents that you jumped across and got blasted and disabled and did all that stuff.
Right. Now this is where I begin to have issues with Foundry and the maps that update as you walk around to them, because when we're playing on Roll20, the map just stays revealed, and so I can understand where I'm at and where I've already explored, but I don't remember where we've been. Maybe that's just my lack of intelligence.
So there's a couple things you can do with what they call the fog of war. You can have it so that when a token uncovers a spot, it stays uncovered. And then there's a mode where I'd have to look to, because this is from Paizo, so Paizo set it up this way. I'd have to look and see how to turn that off. It's definitely possible. The reason why I left it on is just because some people kind of willy-nilly move their tokens around, and it may uncover stuff before I want it to be uncovered.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not calling anyone out.
I feel attacked right now for some reason. I
like it because it tells you quite clearly what your line of sight is.
Yes.
I think that's a really cool tool.
So yeah, you've got a lot of options here. You can go up that ladder to kind of go across what you think may be another, not crawl space, but just like a catwalk, walkway looking thing. And then there are many hallways to the east, to the west, to the northwest.
Let's start to the left.
Yeah.
Like where we're saying, let's just start going left.
Yep. Keep going clockwise.
Cool,
Yep.
So down this hallway, it's a bit shorter than the one you just came down, and there are some similar double doors at the end of it.
Well, I'll just check the door like a good dungeon crawler.
All right, I'll stack on this side.
See, this time just a 6 for a total of 11.
Total of 11. They look just as perfect as the other doors. They are not locked.
Then I will open them whilst scouting. Oh God, it's a room.
It's a room.
The room has been savaged a little bit.
Well,
It's a room. This maintenance bay is crowded with machinery. Piles of rusty junk mingled with items that look brand new litter much of the floor. So in this room, it kind of looks like just a junk room, but curiously, some of the junk is not junk. It looks totally new. But that's not, of course, that's not what gets your attention.
As we both try to run back out the door.
I didn't want to, move further in when maybe some. Oh God, a token.
What does get your attention is this large ooze that is kind of rolling, rolling. It's like rolling over the junk. You know, kind of what a dog does in something that smells horrible.
Oh, no.
That's what this ooze is doing with all
fish.
this
Case,
stuff.
something that's dead.
Yes, exactly. And I will show you guys a picture of it here.
You know, my childhood. Oh God,
hey.
It's like a silvery, pearlescent, greenish purple, kind of a lavender.
That's some good adjectives right there, Mike.
Thank you. It seems to be sort of rolling over junk, and it's kind of got almost like it's kind of formed itself into a mouth kind of situation up at the top, Venus flytrap looking thing. Oy.
Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of a good observation, because from that mouth, not one of the things that looks like the teeth, but like out what may be like a tongue, it shoots out a pseudopod toward Risu and Hank as you guys are moving into the room. So we need to roll initiative here.
Oh dear Lord. Oh my God. I think my heart rate went up a little bit just then.
So do I have a minute to size this thing up?
All right, whenever you're ready, Chris.
Fuck my life.
Brad, that was a natural 1 on your initiative check.
Jesus.
Hey, I am scouting, by the way, guys, so you get that bonus.
You know what, though? I still keep dice on my desk.
That doesn't help, Brad.
Gives me something to throw.
All right, Risu, what'd you get?
Riso rolled a 15 for a 21.
Hank?
Let's see. That's an 18 on the die for a total of 26.
That's a good roll. Heal good.
Should be a 12 with that bonus.
Okay. And Julian?
Yeah, the natural one gave me a 9.
Hey, you still got a 9.
Got a
that will mean Hank goes first.
Oh my God. Well, let's see here. Hank has weapons out. I think I'm going to move through Risu's square into the top right-hand corner of the room. Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. I guess, Bill, you want to sit in melee and try to like flank this thing? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a melee character, so
I'll get with you, buddy. I'll be with you on that then, there, sir. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crisscross in front of Risu. I'm going to run to the northern side of this thing, hoping that there's no attack of opportunity. And so run into melee with this guy. While resolving that stride, I will aim at him. So that'll be my first action. My second action will be against an aimed target. I'm going to fire my laser pistol at this thing at a +9.
All right, go ahead and make that attack.
Let's see, 6, total of 15.
15's a hit.
Okay, I will roll damage. Let's see, total of 4 damage with that, even with the aim die. Kind of a low roll. So that's 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage, all right.
And then I think I will just squeeze off a second round subject to the multiple attack penalty, because why wouldn't I?
Yep, and with that first shot, you notice it kind of hits the ooze, but the ooze just kind of absorbs it. Just kind of molds around that and doesn't.
Maybe
and it kind of dissipates across him.
Maybe I'll switch then to the semi-auto pistol. Maybe noticing that the fire damage of the laser pistol does nothing, I'll just try the kinetic damage, the piercing damage of the semi-auto pistol. So I will try that here at a +4. Total of 14.
14's a hit. This thing is a large ooze. It is very big and broad.
That will be 6 piercing damage on that hit.
A little bit more got through, but you notice that it's maybe precision doesn't quite get through on this guy.
Oh, I see.
But that one definitely did more damage.
I see. So and not only that, but like my aim dice probably isn't working since that's precision damage. Is that?
All right, that'll bring us to Risu.
Risu's going to do the same thing, but in the other direction. Try to work this thing in a flank.
And so there's kind of a pile of junk there. You can move through it, and one of those squares will be difficult terrain. And you're not quite squaz up in that square where you're at, but you are standing on difficult terrain. I don't think that makes a difference, but it's a little harder to maintain your balance if something were to try to knock you down.
I gave you the crappy spot, dude. Sorry.
Sorry. All right, and I guess I'm gonna use the glow stick of destiny.
I like that.
Try and give him a whack with a +7. 15 on the die. That's a hit.
15, yeah, that hits. That hits the ooze.
Damage with a 7 on the die for an 11.
11 damage. Yeah, that totally slices off a chunk of ooze. And it kind of hits the floor to the side and just kind of like turns into a puddle.
My function for this fight is to give you off-guard armor class. That's that will be my job today.
I'm gonna swing again with the map.
Okay.
With a 15 on the die
Bill.
for a 17.
Nice job, sir.
17 hits.
Oh my god.
This thing's got low AC.
Put a 5 on, so that's 9 damage.
9 damage, another solid hit. You slice off kind of like a 1-2 slice. You're just slicing bits of this ooze off.
So keep slicing, Risu. Keep slicing with your glow stick of doom.
That'll bring us to heal good.
Okay. Could I roll an Arcana check on this creature?
You can. I think occultism would do a little more.
Yeah, I'm not trained in that. Is that all right?
Yeah, you can roll it untrained. Also, if you have an applicable lore.
I don't think I do. Oh, I got life science. That would be a +5, so it would be a 23.
I don't know. 17 on the die is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, 19 on that occultism. Mm-hmm. You know this to be an assembly ooze.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know the assembly ooze to assemble itself from used and discarded parts. It forms from the leakings and expulsions of a broken machinery. So like hydraulic fluid. It's just kind of this congealed thing that happens to be here. You can find out a weakness, one of its abilities.
I want to know abilities.
So his claim to fame is something called Disassemble. The assembly ooze engulfs an unattended or disarmed piece of gear of no more than 5 bulk. That's a lot of bulk. Deconstructing it into its component parts. The assembly ooze gains a number of UPBs, which is like crafting materials, equal to the item's price in credits. An assembly ooze can hold on to 500 UPBs at a time. You also know that it can use the things that it's deconstructed to create items.
Whoa. So wait,
you think some of the new looking items are things that it's created out of the junk?
And am I also understanding that we can throw gear into its mouth and it'll convert to UPBs?
Possibly.
Can we save this thing?
Yeah, this might be our new friend.
We just started a business.
We just started. Yeah, this is not a monster. This is an asset, fellas.
Can we just cage it?
Nah, we better kill it.
So it was the fact that this thing got sliced and the thing fell over into a puddle. Was that just exposition, just for exposition?
Yeah, it's just flavor. That's
okay,
flavor.
all right.
I was thinking, great, I'm going to be fighting 3 of
That's
these
what I was
things now.
expecting, is they were going to regenerate.
It's a good observation because there are some oozes that split apart.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brad ran the intro encounter for the Slithering
Yeah,
ones.
fuck that point game.
We were just shooting bow and arrows at slimes. They're splitting over and over again.
Forgot to bring bludgeoning weapons.
All right. So, so I think Heelgood will shout this out and be like, that new equipment may have came out of that ooze. I know that's weird, but, and then he is going to, what's he going to do? He's going to, he really can't do anything against an ooze. So he's going to run over here, next to, no, he's going to run right here. He's going to reach down into the square directly in front of him and touch it. And he's going to cast something called Adhere. And what Adhere does is a silly spell, but I wanted to use it.
It is a silly spell.
You create a molecular bond. Oh, I'll link it. So what Adhere does is you create a molecular bond between an object you touch and another object or surface that object is touching. Pulling the object free of that surface requires a athletics check. If you instead touch one unoccupied 5-foot square, that surface becomes charged with adhering magic. That space becomes greater difficult terrain. So that square in front of Heelgood is now difficult terrain. And so if that ooze, I guess, tries to move through it, it would be affected by difficult terrain. So I'm going to make it more difficult for everyone. But I wanted to use that spell.
Fantastic.
Nice.
That is the end of Heelgood's turn.
It's sort of like, it's almost like grease, but with a different effect. But
Yes.
it's kind of grease-ish.
I like
Cool.
Grease is the word.
And even with that low roll, Julian, it is now your turn.
Wow.
All right.
You do get a turn, Brad.
It's fantastic. You guys are going to kill it and leave it there. Julian is going to take a few steps back away from the door, not really wanting to be any closer to this nasty looking thing. And then he's going to holler out, "Get him." I'll link
As
that
he
again.
walks backwards.
Get it, guys. Please.
Wait, do the doors close because he's not within the sensor?
Oh my God, that'd be great.
Brad's fighting the door boss.
This isn't the supermarket.
Are you going to lead by example?
Yes, I am. I'll take a
right.
shot with the secret rifle.
Oh, so I get to run away too?
Oh my God,
me.
Brad. It's a natural 1 from this guy.
Oh, you got a natural 1? Yeah, that's
Second one in a row.
yep. So
Second one in a row.
that's going to be a miss. We're not using the crit fumble deck, so it's just a critical miss. It kind
It
of
doesn't matter what game. Doesn't matter.
Nope, digital dice are apparently worse.
so like in Star Wars when they get tossed down into the trash compactor.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was, fire something off. A similar thing happens. They're just like ricochets all around this room.
Oh my
and
God.
It doesn't manage to hit anyone, but you're a little worried about what just happened there.
Hank's like, trigger discipline.
Brad's over there ADing into the walls.
So this ooze is very interested in Hank's
Poor Brad.
in Hank's laser pistol.
No,
And
not
reaches.
Zippy. Not
It
Zap.
shoots out this pseudopod kind of out of its what looks like a mouth, and is trying to attack you.
Oh, man. All right. Well, let's see how we do.
So this ooze got a 19 on its attack.
Ooh, that will hit. Do I have a reaction? I don't think I do. No, I do not. I think I might have something on operative that I could have taken to try to get some, like a kind of a reaction. I didn't take it.
Pretty low roll. This is going to do 4 bludgeoning damage to Hank.
Oof. Ouch. Hey.
So I just applied that right there.
This thing's trying to eat
with
me.
that, he's going to try to disarm you with that pseudopod.
Is that considered an attack, a disarm?
Disarm is an attack, so it will have map.
Okay, I will.
I'm not sure because it says part of. So it's like got the melee entry, and then it says plus disarm.
I think in this case it would not be subject to map, but in the remaster, instead of those just being auto successes, you roll on them. But
you have to roll
map.
for it. Okay,
yeah, but no map.
I guess, but it does it have the attack?
It would.
It's like
disarm has. Normally, disarm would have the attack trait, I believe.
Okay, Julian is going to react with a watch out.
Oh.
It's I'll link that again.
Is he talking about his ricochet, or is he talking about the
Yeah, like late to the game, sees that bolt like pinging around the room. Watch out. A creature targets an ally within 60 feet with an attack, and you can see both the attacker and your ally. You shout a warning to your ally, granting them a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against the triggering attack.
Well, I don't know that the disarm will be against my armor class. So I think it'll be against my reflex DC.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, it's going to try to disarm you here, and I'm rolling this off the. So got a 17 on that disarm.
Ooh, against
Does that beat your reflex?
Let's see. Reflex DC is 19 on this guy.
19. So yeah, you kind of move your arm away as it's reaching out. It's still going to keep going after that with its second attack here. And it got a total of 14, so that's going to miss, and it'll keep swiping at you with 2 doses of the map.
Well, I think that disarm attempt would have been the second action. And so this attack that you just resolved would have been the third.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was for free.
For the map, it's free, yeah, but it costs an action.
Yep. All right, it's done. It misses. That will bring us up to round 2 with Hank.
Oh, man. Well, knowing now that precision damage doesn't go through, I don't see anything I can do. Well, especially with this thing with its low armor class too, would make sense. I think I'm just going to squeeze off 3 rounds into this guy with the semi-auto pistol. So here comes the first one against off guard AC. 17 on the die for a total of 26.
Whoa, that's a critical hit.
Although with my meta, I'm curious whether this guy's immune to critical damage or not. I guess we'll find out. I will roll a D6 plus 1 times 2, I guess because of the get 'em. So 10 damage on that. Oh, get 'em lead by example added a plus 1 damage.
Yeah, it wouldn't have. It shouldn't.
You notice it just kind of hits him normally. It doesn't do anything super spectacular on this guy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think they are immune to critical hits.
Yeah.
But it did take a nice chunk out of him.
Cool. All right. Then second attack roll. Total of 17 on that.
That definitely hits.
All right. D6. Now, do I not have the plus 1 right now? Just a D6? Or
I think you've got the plus 1 from the get 'em.
Okay, great. Then here it comes, D6 plus 1, 7 damage.
Nice.
And
this guy still looks to be pretty juicy, even though you've taken out quite a bit of his HP.
Well, I will just do a third round. This is coming out at a -1 modifier and a natural 1 for a total of 0.
Total is 0.
0 points
Zero
attack roll. Yeah, so
That is a 0 check roll.
as Julian's laser blast ceases its ricochet, Hank's begins its ricochet.
It's a game of pinball.
That is the end of my turn.
All right, that brings us to Risu.
Come on, Bill.
For Risu's first action, you guys are going to see his blue lights kind of fade out.
Oh, no.
And then he's going to pulse out green as he raises his force field.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So he's got his force field up, and then he's just going to attack. 3 on the die for a 10. It's a hit. I don't fucking have any idea how.
Wow.
Yeah, he is off guard to you, so that is a hit. Get him also debuffs. So get him debuffs and the off guard debuffs, and those stack because they're different.
Bonus types.
awesome.
They're different. I think one's circumstance and one's a status.
Well, one's a penalty and one's a bonus.
Yeah, they
So that
stack.
was 11 damage to the sludge.
11 damage. Wow.
Sludge.
Yeah, that takes
I'm gonna-
takes a chunk out.
I'm going to swing again with the map with a +2. 16 on the die for a total of 18. That's a hit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
sir.
a hit.
Whipping out a 5 for a total of 10 damage.
Boom.
Dang, man.
Risu is unloading on on this guy. He's got a third action. Well, I guess your first action was
raise my
you raised
shield.
your shield. Okay.
This thing is a health point pinata.
All right. Heal good. You have made a difficult square terrain. It's your turn.
Okay. Would Healgood know if this creature would be susceptible to mental damage? I guess it's probably not. But
You passed that check. So yeah, it's immune to a whole lot of stuff, guys.
Yeah.
It's immune to acid, critical hits, mental, precision. You can't make it unconscious, and you can't stare at it to intimidate it.
he's going to take a step back, about 10 feet, a little bit further back than where he was. And then I don't know that this will work on this creature or not, but again, it's kind of fun and I want to try it. So suddenly his chitin begins to flare and shimmer in a hypnotic display of shifting color and soothing motion.
Are you using your sex arms?
No, he's not using his little arms. He's
His
not.
naughty arms.
But if I could get a fortitude save from this creature.
And I guess I misspoke. So instead of saying immune to like being stared at to be intimidated, I should have said visual. Anything with the visual trait.
Oh, well, okay. So this is not a spell. This is Shimmering Dazzle. It's an action. It doesn't have.
Does it have the visual trait?
There were any traits?
No, there's not. That's why it doesn't seem like it should be applicable here, but I don't see any
Maybe
reason
it can sense it, like it can tremor sense the.
Yeah, shimmering dazzle. You cause your chitin. How do you say that
Chitin.
word? Chitin.
I say, is it chitin?
Chitin.
Yeah.
You
Chitin?
cause your chitin to flare and shimmer in a hypnotic display of shifting color and soothing motion. Pick a creature within 30 feet. That creature must succeed a DC 17 Fortitude save against your class DC or become dazzled for 1 round. I don't know, Chris. I guess
I mean, that seems like it'd be a visual thing, though.
right. If it's blind,
But it's not. It's also not a spell. It's like a class feature.
it's like an ancestry feat.
Ancestry feature, yeah. So,
Let's
yeah,
go with it. If it doesn't, I mean, normally they
They'll
have
probably
like
pass
traits
anyway.
listed, but in Foundry it's not showing.
Yeah, that's
Fuck it,
why.
let's go with it.
Do you have what page it is in the book? We can look it up real quick.
Oh no.
I want it to go off.
Yeah.
Well, let's just do it.
No. Gotta see the rule.
It does have the mental and visual traits in the
Does
book.
it?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, in the
looking at
book. Okay.
Playtest 34.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's just.
Well, shoot, yeah, it would be immune. You would know this thing to be immune. To
Okay.
that.
You know what? He still does it because it's fun. His chitin goes up. He does all sorts of crazy stuff. Nothing happens, unfortunately. And then he raises his shield.
Raise shield.
Yep.
All right, Julian, you are down the hall.
Yeah, I'm kind of dazzled by that display. So I'm going to RP my horrible dice, and just Julian's in panic. He's got something against uses. So he's going to continue to move a little further back, a couple steps. And he sees Healgood leaving the room, and in a panic, he's thinking that they're running away. So this thing's going to chase Healgood and bring it closer to Julian. And so he's going to yell out again, "No, get it! Healgood, get it!
Get it.
I'll do the get him again.
No, get it. So we will refresh the get 'em debuff.
Yeah, refresh that, and I will lead by example and take another shot.
Yeah, it's better
natural
than
3.
last time.
No,
Better than last
you
time.
missed the ooze.
Oh yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss with the 8 total.
Brad, I don't know
no.
what this is. Why?
You guys let me know when you're done. I'll be back.
I've
Yes,
just
that'll bring us to the ooze. And Hank, you've switched its attention from your laser pistol to your semi-auto, and it is now trying to eat that. It's
going for
so it's
zippy.
going to reach out. It's going to reach out with the pseudopod and attack you.
yeah.
I will do the watch out on this and give him the AC bonus.
Give him the AC. Okay.
Yeah, in a panic.
Oh,
Julian.
oh no.
I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, so 29. So with that, that turns a crit into a hit, I
Yeah,
think.
my armor class is 18, so you saved me from the crit.
Yeah.
Brad.
Nice.
Thank you.
Julian's high-pitched scream from the hallway.
You're meowling out there.
Yeah, like, that'll do six bludgeoning damage to
Ouch.
Hank. So Hank's taking
Yeah, I have
taking a couple
7
hits there.
HP left right now.
Now it's going to try to disarm you with a 25.
Ooh, you
So
will,
what's your reflex?
You will succeed on that.
So I think it doesn't think you have to crit succeed to totally rip the thing out.
Yeah, I think
so. This will give it a bonus on the next disarm attempt.
Yeah. Plus, you get a +2 circumstance bonus, and I take a -2 circumstance penalty to attacks with that item.
Oh,
That's cool. I think that penalty might be new in the remaster. I don't remember that from before.
Yeah, it's almost like the tamper from the Nintendo.
It's almost like you're right. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I can
It's
end the
still going
effect to
after you.
interact. Yeah.
It senses blood.
Yep. With the 14, that misses, so that will end its turn.
Well, lucky. I could have hit the deck at that point.
Hank, your turn.
Well, I have 1 round left in the semi-auto pistol. I'm going to go ahead and fire it off as my first action at a +9. Let's see, 2 on the die, total of 11, but it looks like that might have hit.
11's a hit. So
what?
I had the benefit of off guard AC. Maybe that's why.
It's off guard and it's debuffed by the get 'em.
Thank you. Well, Brad, thank you. Thank you for that.
It's AC is low. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage on there.
3 damage.
3 damage.
All right. And then I think I'm going to switch over to the laser pistol, which still has 4 charges. Well, I think it's 8 charges, but of course it consumes 2 charges per trigger. So subject to map at a +4 laser pistol, 8 total on that attack roll. Pretty low.
8, that barely misses. It barely misses.
Final attack, again, at the -1. Normally, I would never do this, but it just seems to make sense. Total of 14 on that with a 15 on the die.
Wow.
That's a hit.
All right. D6 +1 fire damage.
got
7 damage.
There we go.
7 damage, nice. This thing's not looking too hot. It's still up, but it's kind of on its last leg there.
Still terrifying.
That's it. That's my turn.
I was tempted to say, you throw your pistol in his mouth. I was really tempted to do that, but then your pistol would be destroyed and you'd be fucked the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah.
I'd give you my rifle. I'm not using
Brings
it.
us to Risu.
Oh, Risu's gonna look at Hank and be like, "Why is everybody running away?"
He's like, I don't know, brother.
It's just me and Hank in here. All right, Risu's gonna, let's take a destiny time with a +7. 17 on the die. It's a hit.
Yeah, that
You got
hits.
a crit. Come on.
It's immune to
Oh
crits.
yeah. Damn it. Take that damage roll. 1d8 +5. 4 on the die for a 9. He's swinging again with a solar weapon. 11 on the die.
13 total?
Yeah. Wait, it should be more than that, but yeah, it hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Well, you got the map on
Oh no, because I used the map. That's right. 1d8 +5 for a total of 11.
Jeez.
Wow.
So as you're attacking and slicing chunks off of this thing, this final swing with your solar weapon slices it in half, and instead of the pieces and bits flying off of it, the whole thing just kind of collapses like a giant melting thing, and you're left with this gooey substance in all 4 squares that it used to occupy.
Like a pop
So, yeah.
jello
Nice.
mold.
Yeah, it just kind of melted there right at your feet.
Risu's gonna look at Julie and he go, "Now you join us."
Yeah, Julian walks into the room with his rifle on his shoulder. He's like, that thing's AC was so high.
It's like, man, I couldn't
hit it for shit.
I couldn't hit that.
My God, it was so reflexive.
Does Hank Heelgood looks over? He's concerned with Hank. He's like, "Hank, buddy, you need some healing?"
He's like, I think I got it on me. It's on me. Help me.
So Hilgen's gonna roll we're gonna roll a medicine check here. Let's see what happens.
That's funny.
I'm sure it's gonna go well.
I'm covered in this goop. A futuristic ooze.
Hey.
Hey.
Is that a 20 on the medicine check?
That's a 20 on a me check.
So that'll give you
Natural
4d8
Oh my
healing
God.
back.
Oh, thank
He only needs 1.
That's gonna be
11.
not bad.
11.
Yeah, 11 healing back.
Thank you.
I'll take you up to 18, which I think is full HP for Hank.
Yes, yeah. You heal
Heal
me.
good
You
is a
heal
miracle
me good.
worker.
You heal me good.
He's like,
Yeah,
you're
that was
so
a good heal.
You're so wise, and now you're full strength. Let's go get him. Hank.
You heal
So-
well. Heal good.
You got them good heals.
Reese is going to take a second and try to peruse through this pile of junk right next to him.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Since he was standing in it the whole time.
Yeah.
Roll a 5, put a 10 on the die.
Nothing kind of in this junk pile. You think that it may just be just material that the ooze was using to assemble other things. Heal good, since you kind of know a little bit about these things. You know that someone trained in crafting might be able to recover stuff from the ooze itself.
Ooh,
That it had inside of its
Thank you.
body.
So yeah, he'll
I
good
am
looks
trained in
down.
crafting.
Says if you guys go with your hands, you could probably make some use out of some of this junk.
Do you want me to
You guys
roll a
want to
crafting
spend some
check?
time in here and figure out if we can salvage any of this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
If Risu's unsuccessful, then I will attempt as well.
So 15?
15. So as you are kind of, sifting through this pile of ooze, looking for stuff, you just can't quite put any of it together. None of it makes sense for you.
Well, after reloading my mags, I guess Hank will try, even though he's unhappy. Is there a guidance I can get from our mystic? Do we have any of that in here?
Or like an aid on a crafting check.
No, there's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess you could try to. Could he aid me untrained? Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to roll it a plus 5. Ooh, total of 8 on that.
Yeah, you're
Low
just
roll.
you got both.
Just a pile of
Yeah,
junk.
both Hank and Reese you're kind of down on your knees, like searching through this pile of muck, and just nothing is coming out of it for you.
Them's the breaks,
come on.
guys. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Whatever's in
Yeah, the
here,
only other thing
we're
is-
not finding it.
I can't do anything since I'm not trained with my abilities, but yeah.
All right. So do we want to go back out the door up the hallway or up this fancy ladder?
Yeah. So also there's a ladder going up to what looks like a catwalk.
I'd say we save the ladders for later.
I bet, I have a player theory that just connects to that bridge that we see here. But yeah.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
let's go anywhere but the ladder. He'll get says to you all, not nervous at all.
I like this ladder
ladders.
quirk. I like this.
Yep. So you guys come back out to the center of this area that has all the spokes, and it looks like you guys are pinging the map to the northwest. You're kind of moving around this circle clockwise, hitting all these different hallways, and you move down this hallway. It's a bit longer than that past one that had the ooze in it, and you come to a locked door.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm going to tell Hank that since he got the last one, I'll get this one.
All right.
I mean, it's only fair.
Yeah, man. It's only fair.
I would think.
Yeah. We're taking turns. I'm a good turn taker.
So I'm going to roll a computer's check to see if I can't hack the door.
Ooh. Hack the door. It's
that
like
a
hack
thing?
the planet, but you got to start somewhere.
Yes, you can use computers to hack the door and open it.
Oh,
Let's try.
that's
I don't know
cool.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I can try. No,
Can you
sure
make
can.
beeping noises? Oh, just,
Beep,
or
boop, beep,
just slam
bop,
on your
Yep.
on your keyboard. What am I talking about?
So
Make
what'd you get
all
on
sorts of
that
sound effects.
computer's check there?
I got a 10.
10. 10's not going to do it.
Julian's
Hank?
going to jump in there being competitive. He uses competitive spirit.
Oh,
Once per hour, an ally attempts to skill check with a skill that you have trained or better proficiency rank in. You push yourself to be the best by competing with the triggering ally until the end of your next turn. You can attempt the same skill check to perform the same action or activity that the triggering ally performed. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to the skill check.
Nice.
So you're going to try to one-up Reese.
Yeah.
you
It's
just
like,
show him
nah.
up.
Let me see if I can do it. Because we all know how that's
Oh,
going
look
to
at this at the end that you conveniently didn't read. If you roll a critical failure on this check, you
Yes.
take -1 penalty to all skill checks attempted with that skill for the next hour.
Wow.
Yes, there is some fine
As you
print.
try
like
new
that.
techniques to improve your future attempts.
There's no way you're going to roll a natural one on this. There's no
just
way.
gonna roll
because he hasn't rolled one all day.
Just do
competitive
natural
spirit.
20.
This will be a computer's check to hack the door.
+6. Fucking
Got this.
Jesus.
You beat me. You beat me.
That's a 5 on the die.
Oh.
It's a high roll for me.
So is
That's
that
an
11 total? Is that with the
Yes.
+2?
That's with the +2 in
With
there.
yeah,
So
that's just
it
not
shows-
enough. It's a little bit
Son of a
better
bitch.
than Reese's attempt, but not good enough.
Hank, what do you got?
I'll take a more analog approach, and I will attempt a thievery
kick it.
check to kick. Yeah, I'll just kick it. Yeah, I'll attempt a thievery check. I would love an 8 if anyone has thievery.
I don't.
All right, sir. Please help me out. Oh, a 20 on the aid.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to kind of really interface with this door to use these tools. It just kind of has a just like a keypad panel on it.
I see. So, well, I'm glad I just rolled a natural 1 on a thievery check. So I'm glad that was no harm, no foul. Hank has computers as well. So like John Connor, I'm going to take my little weird kit out and I'll just give it a try. So here's a computer's check at a +5, 19 on the die, 24. Yeah, you definitely unlock the door with that hacking attempt. And I remember that Hank kind of has this unique thing where you put a cord in your mouth and you attach something to your comm unit. There's like a whole process, right? Yeah, he's got a whole weird rig that he's developed that's like, it's like his own,
from Radio Shack, whatever the equivalent is.
Yeah, Starfinder Shack. Yeah, it's very unorthodox. He's self-taught,
Yep. So that unlocks the door, and the door opens.
Oh my!
We are in the Star Wars trash pit.
Oh no!
Oh, damn it, Chris!
I just paused it. I don't want you to just waltzing in there. You never know. The air in this room smells of mildew, and the insistent sound of dripping water echoes through the chamber. Stacks of metal storage crates are scattered around the room. Several human corpses are slumped against the various stacks. Occult symbols made in chalk and blood cover many of the room's surfaces. Hank, you know that these symbols match the ones that you know about, that you've read in so many conspiracy theory forums, and could be part of this this rebirth or this awakening of
it's the motherlode, motherfuckers,
planar god. And just like other rooms, that's not really what gets your attention. As grotesque as slumped dead human corpses over piles of bodies are, you see 4 humanoids in here, and they don't quite have like priestly robes looking on, but they look similar to the people holding those signs out that were not protesting. They were just kind of like evangelizing. And I've got a couple pictures here to show you. There are 3 of these looking guys. They look to have laser pistols and maybe some kind of
like mystical cyberpunk. Yeah.
Very cyberpunk. And then there's one of these.
Oh my!
She's kind of in the back.
What's
there.
she holding?
You walking or working?
She's attractive. I find her attractive. The cyberpunk stuff. It gets me in the stirrings. It does. It
Great. You and feel good sex arms.
I saw Matrix in 1999 at the right age,
Yep. And then no one else sees it, but Heelgood notices this. Kind of in front of all of them, there's this suspicious looking growth of mold in the middle of the room. There's some mold. And then that lady in the back, she hears kind of what Risu says about, walking or working. It's neither. The newborn has given us strength. How dare you come here and consecrate the conduit with your presence? It looks like they're going to attack you, so we'll need some initiative checks here. But I don't think we have time right now, so that'll end it until next one.
I can't. I'll enjoy that character art next week as well. Good job, artists. Thank you.